Pete, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to try and get a weekly podcast working seamlessly.
Dun 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 dun. We can't do shit.
They're talking Crass, yeah. They're talking Crass, yeah. They're talking Crass, yeah. They're talking Crass, yeah. Crass. 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 They're talking Crass, yeah. They're talking Crass, yeah.
Hello and welcome to Talking Crass. We're back, people.
We're back.
Pete, I'm sick of having to say we've had a little hiatus.
We've had a little hiatus. We were gonna do Man of Steel. We're gonna do Dark
We're
Knight.
still gonna do this shit.
We're
right?
gonna do Ant-Man the Wasp.
We've got Dark Knight, which we've got to do because it's one of our favourite films of all time. If
And
not,
the anniversary. We missed the anniversary.
we haven't missed the anniversary because
We've been married to this woman for 10 years.
and you missed the anniversary.
We missed her
We're
anniversary.
doing that. We're doing the Dark Knight.
Okay.
We've got Zulu to do with Dr. Michael Robinson.
Is that in the
That's in there.
the
We've got
checklist?
Ant-Man the Wasp, which will probably be our next
But
one.
John isn't excited to see, but I am.
Can we talk about Ant-Man the Wasp
Yeah,
right
we
now?
can. We talk right now
I'm going to
about
call
it.
out there. I think it's going to be worse than Thor Dark World.
What? Now, sorry if you like Thor Dark World, but I didn't.
I think it's going to be the absolute vanilla Marvel film.
Right.
I honestly do. And I know your point
I'm
is,
quite excited.
how can you make
a
that
bad film with the mechanics of making someone
someone
small?
get a bit- Yeah, it might be fun, but I don't know.
Evangeline Lilly.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
That's embarrassing.
Well, I don't know.
That is no correlation at all.
I know, I just have a bad feeling about it.
All right.
Moving on! Alright, so we'll probably see Ant-Man the Wasp. And then, what was the other one we have to do? There's one more. I want to do
Dark Knight.
Man of Steel,
Man of Steel.
Inception.
Yeah.
Right, I tell you what. Let's try, before we go back to uni in like a month's time,
Yeah.
to just get some podcasts rolling out. And I'm not bothered about weekly. I'm talking about 2-day shit,
Okay.
if we can. What we will probably do, people, is order takeaway, play Battlegrounds on Xbox,
Yeah.
and do nothing with our lives.
Yeah.
But we'll see. The hiatus was really for because I was on a bit of a downer recently, wasn't I?
Yeah.
And you pulled us through a bit, and I appreciate it.
Did
for
I?
that. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, thank you, mate.
Because, like I said, I think I tweeted something.
What'd you
with
tweet?
me, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I know you take a little bit umbrage to this because it's not as if you don't,
Right.
but I think you're mentally stronger than me.
I wouldn't say mentally stronger. Maybe less emotional.
And when
Or
basically,
is that the exact same thing?
basically, people, I was going through a breakup, and if anyone's been through a breakup, they know it doesn't matter. This wasn't even. I've been through them before,
Mm.
and this was like I was only seeing this girl for a few months, but it hit us hard.
There you go.
And everyone knows it's just shit. But you get through it, and we didn't want a podcast because it wouldn't be right.
You'd be morty.
We could have rocked it out weekly and been like, oh yeah, we'll do this and do that, but
Oh.
we always said we didn't want to produce shit. Have we produced shit?
Every episode.
Every episode.
Good. Great.
Anyway, it's going good. Beat,
We should be called
I
the
raised-
Colon Crass.
I raised me Talking Crass coffee to you.
Mm-hmm.
You raised the roller cola.
I raised the entire 2
Jesus,
litre
you've got
bottle.
Diet Coke today?
I know, it's not roller.
What the hell's going on there?
Well,
Did you
we're a
feel-
change podcast.
Okay. Are you saying we're getting money from Patreon finally?
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I've seen some podcasts, by the way.
Yeah.
Pin a tweet saying like, you can see our faces if you don't.
Wow!
You can see our,
Held a ransom,
you can
others.
see- you can see our faces, and we've got this special like episodes that you can only see through Patreon.
Wow. We would. The problem is.
But you've got to pay £5 a month.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah.
Do you?
See, we would never put you in that
One, we
situation.
would never do that. But two, the bigger reason is
But
we
we have
would.
got Patreon, and if you would like,
We charge you 10 quid. With,
Talking Grass Patreon.
we charge you 10 quid with the promises of like an episode special, but then the regular people would just get that at the same time.
When are we waiting to do the face reveal?
I don't know. I was watching X-Men First Class in the last.
Why is X-Men First Class made you think of when we're going to do the face reveal?
Because the last line in that film is anonymity will be our first line of defence. And I love that line from James
So
McAvoy.
do you not trust what we say on the airwaves?
All I'm saying is, if someone, for example, went through a breakup and maybe had some sort of spiteful vengeance out of a breakup, then they could maybe do something.
That's a fair
Do you know
point,
what I mean?
Yes, I understand.
Now, if they don't know who
Can
we be...
can we put out there as well, someone left an unbelievable review on iTunes. We keep plugging it because I don't know how iTunes works. You need like a shitload of... On podcasts, you need a shitload of downloads, which again, I forgot to enable downloads on the latest episode before we went away.
Yes,
so
sir.
that's that fucked straight away.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think you just need a few... you need a few 5-star reviews. I don't know how it works.
Right.
Anyway, we've got like 15 at the minute, which is quite good.
Yeah.
But what was the one? Can you remember what it said, Beat? Because
It said something like...
do I need to turn my phone on and try and
No.
get static here, or do you know what it said?
It said, well done, keep the good work, top men.
Beat, that's exactly what it didn't say.
No, man, I'm sorry. I can't remember these
Fill the
things.
space while I'm taking airplane mode.
Roller cola. Oh, if somebody put, right, each brand of Diet Coke in front of me,
Yeah.
I bet you any amount of money I'd be able to smell the difference. Not taste
Smell
it.
the difference?
Smell the difference. Now, you could do it with coffee, because you're the coffee boy. I didn't like coffee. I
yes,
can do it.
probably-
I can do it with soft drinks. You put a Diet Pepsi and a Diet Coke, I can smell the difference. Believe it or
I don't
not.
believe that at all.
I'm just doing it. I mean, that's what I'm seeing. Testers.
What's your preference?
Preference? What do you mean preference? Of diet soda?
You have diet soda.
Probably Coke, to be fair. But roller cola from Lidl. So there you go. Can you get a brand deal? See, Lidl doesn't need the brand deal because they're just getting a lot of stuff anyway. Because they're a good price, you know. Their problem is.
Can I just say as well?
Aye.
What's ahead of us is talking craft beer.
You're joking me?
Searches.
Well, there we go. Brand deal ahead of. Oh, just a beer show's ahead of us.
I'm talking craft beer,
I'm
which
fine
I
with
will
that.
probably listen to because it sounds like it'd be an
Absolutely.
interesting premise.
Great name as well.
Right, let's check this shit out, B. Right, where are we at, people? I'm not talking Mike, this will be awful. So, Theory Extinct, don't know who you are, but...
John, are you playing the longest con? It's actually you, and just send
the
this message
longest con.
to cheer me up.
Mate, it's like the Simpsons episode for downloads now. We need that little bird that
Ah,
just
to
goes
hit the
like
yes
that,
button
just hit
every
the
time.
yes button for downloads all the time. I'm sure people actually do that, by the way.
I think it's illegal.
But it's too much hard work to keep that
Yeah.
top 100.
Absolutely.
Anyway, binge listening to this. Honest reviews, open to challenges on their opinions. Long may the show continue. That one tickled your balls, B, didn't it?
Something about the open to the challenging of opinions
When I read
is the greatest.
When I read that beat,
Yeah.
I thought of you straight away because I knew you'd enjoy that. Like open a challenge on opinions.
Yes.
Because that's basically what you live your life to do with this podcast.
Absolutely.
We've always said we will never be like a vanilla podcast unless we're getting paid like $5,000 per episode.
Absolutely.
if
Vanilla
we're getting paid, we will love Alien Covenant
Yeah. Oh, shill
and
me
Suicide
up.
Squad.
What I'm saying
What
is
a lovely film. It has its faults, but it's still beautiful on the inside.
best crocodile makeup.
Screw that. We're never doing it.
Never. What I'm saying is, the purpose of the podcast is to relay our opinions, almost like monks in the 17th century. We are taking. What I'm saying is,
I'm sensing it's going to be literally under 10 minutes before you call someone a paedophile again.
absolutely. The real reason this is here, it immortalises our opinions. And when someone comes to me in the year 2029 and they're going, what did you think of Alien Covenant? Fresh off the press, I pull up my podcast and go and listen to this bad boy.
And they go, Jesus Christ, it's an hour and 45 minutes. I'm not listening to that shit.
Absolutely. And what I love as well, time can change things. So the worst film I've made becomes the best. And you're like, wow, look at this idiot, the Phantom Menace. You love the Phantom
Who
Menace.
said that? We were talking to our mates and they said that the Alien Covenant was
A good film.
A good ending.
Oh,
Was it good with the fucking alien on the ship? Yeah, I thought that looked pretty cool. Yeah, the black alien.
I can't remember what I said. Have a listen. That's why it's there.
Jesus Christ.
I probably hated it
All I
at the
remember was your
time.
impression of, what is weed doing on
That
the
was
alien
good
planet?
impression,
Let's just
Mexican bar.
let's stick our face into these spores.
Absolute
Right, okay.
classic.
Let's get going. I've got a little bit of an itinerary, but it's unplanned. Haven't done any true or false trivia this week, people.
We've got no beat points. We're a ship at sea. Lost.
This happens though when we do like newer films.
Yeah, because you can't take Notepad down. Can I ask a question to the audience?
Normally, you don't find the trivia out as well until like the special edition DVD comes out.
Well, depending on how hard you look. I mean, one
basically,
source.
I didn't even open the website.
Right.
So.
Okay. Well, what I'm getting at is, can I ask the question to the what's our the plural like people's talk shows have pluralizations for their audience?
Crass Army.
Crass. I guess Crass Hallians.
Well, no, you get inducted into Crass Holler. By the way,
What are you prior to?
Beep, new listener. Welcome to Crass Holler.
Lost his sheep. Come on, mate.
I just like
little ball peep.
I like referring to them as Beep.
Beep.
Beep, you're in Crass Holler. Welcome, fellow Crass Holler members. Give him a massive welcome as well.
Nice.
Sorry, I got a bit dramatic there.
Can you be trademarked on
Anyway,
Norse mythology?
What?
Can we be trademarked for Norse mythology?
Half our episodes have got bloody songs and shit
That's
in anyway,
true.
so we haven't been took down yet.
You're exactly right.
Where we're going on to now?
Yes, we were talking about something.
Pluralisation of our fans are the Crass Army.
Right.
We've been using the hashtag on Twitter. If you hashtag Crass Army, you go down and have a look every time.
Brilliant.
Anyway, there you go.
Is that it?
Why it was Crass Army?
I was asking a question.
Right, okay.
What was the question? Come on, remember. What was the question about? If you're a journalist,
right,
and a film critic, can you go into a cinema screening where they've got like laptops open so I can take down points in the cinema screening?
Not a laptop, but you take a notepad in.
Well, how am I going to see the fucking notepad?
Well,
The best light I've got's Tom Cruise's key frame.
You can
Key
see,
light.
You can see a little bit.
No, you can't.
But you can't take a laptop in because that would piss people off.
Well,
It
no,
pisses me
this
off-
is the
it pisses me off when
journalist.
people bloody
This
use
is
the phone.
this is the journalist screening.
Well, I'm guessing if there's a journalist screening, when have you heard about these journalists?
I haven't heard. I'm asking people. I'm asking the Crass Army.
I know a lot of journalists who just go and just watch the film and
with
then
a
make
note-
points afterwards.
Well, the fucking superhuman, because I can't do that. The mind guns wipe, because the problem is there's a KFC right outside the cinema, and we get a mini chicken fillet, because we're good old door boys, and I forget everything the first bite that hits me mouth.
Do you want to be at the point? What's that place called next to the cinema that's actually shut down?
Chow.
It always-
Chow.
It always it entertains us every time we go to the cinema because it's like Chow Chow. I don't know whether you've heard of it. I think it's that.
No one's heard of it. It's gone out of business.
Anyway, it's went out of business and they've just got like a little poster on the front door just saying "Chow for now."
That is hilarious. So just a massive joke at
I
their own
think it's
expense.
exactly, and,
And not many businesses would do
enjoyable,
that.
and we can't mention it.
They've
Like
took it on the
we
chin.
can't not mention it every time we walk past it.
They've took it on the chin.
Where do we go now? Right, should we try and get some structure to this podcast?
Right, let's get a topic open, John. Where we're looking now.
Right, first topic. Alex Jones.
Who is he?
I don't know.
Oh, Alex Jones is in the guy who's broken the internet.
Is he called Alex Jones?
He's called Alex
See,
Jones.
points for me because I've never heard of it. Over to you, Beat. Discuss it because I know you want to discuss it. I
Right.
know other people's heard of him. Look into it because it's quite an interesting thing that's happening at the minute, I think, Beat.
So
And it's
there's
got massive implications for what happens in
massive
YouTube.
implications.
And
Alex Jones is a YouTuber, and right, he's very controversial. What has happened is he has been kicked off YouTube. Not every platform, but pretty much Google, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, everything Google owns because Google are the
so
masters of our
He's not got
universe.
his Twitter anymore. He's not got his.
I don't think
Facebook.
so. I don't think so. But he can find a video, someone like Vimeo. He can find another person
Yeah.
to host his
Can I
website.
put one? Sorry, can I put in there, Beat?
Yeah.
Can you remember Mr. Technical Difficult?
Yes, I do.
Absolute legend. Loved his stuff.
Yeah, funny as that.
YouTube did him.
Did
and
they?
Fucking killed his career.
No, he got 3 strikes for copyright, and that was his new channel.
He's not allowed back on YouTube. He's using Vimeo and that, and it just died.
Oh,
He
that's sad.
made no money.
Wow, he was really funny. Really funny.
It does have massive impactfulness into what.
This is a great point which John makes. If you're not on YouTube, yes, you can make the excuse that he'll find another service,
You haven't got the audience.
but he's dead.
You haven't got the audience. You're dead.
It's like McDonald's. Oh, you can make another burger, but it's going to be called Beaten John's Burger Van, and knee fuckers
If you've
gone
got a
into it.
McDonald's left,
Yes.
and then you've got an identical burger place right
Yes.
that does exactly the same burgers as McDonald's,
Uh-huh.
which one are you going to go to?
Matty D's.
Of course you're going to go to Matty D's.
So anyway, getting to the point is, what has happened is he's been kicked off YouTube, and people have lost their minds. Now there's 2 camps. There's one camp who believes the content of his YouTube channel was hate speech, and broke the terms of service with YouTube, and the other camp is that it was free speech and didn't break the terms of service, and he's literally been silenced, like the Nazis silenced the
Right.
people who spoke out against them.
Now this is where we disagree a little bit.
Jesus, someone's dead.
We need to apologise, people, because we've been living alone for a week.
Yep.
The rents are back now.
Jackdaws have nested in our top left corner of our house.
And my dad, who's 20 stone, is going up a 100-year-old ladder
Yeah.
to try and fix this
It
jackdaw
literally,
problem.
it looks like something Wile E. Coyote would get out to
I'm
cross a
waiting for
fucking bridge.
big bang, a scream.
We've just heard
we
one.
might have to leave.
There is a greenhouse below him to break the fall, but it's made out of plastic, not glass. I suppose there's a positive.
It can't break it sticks and plastic.
I'm a hopeful thinker, John. All right.
Right, okay, anyway, back to what you're saying.
Where was I?
This is where we disagree, right?
Do I disagree? Am I backing him up? I don't know. I'm gonna explain
you've had this
myself.
argument with me before.
I'm gonna explain myself after you've
Right,
talked.
okay. So the way I see it is, like, politics-wise, we try and stray away and we don't really discuss politics. But me and B, a left wing, I'd say.
Well,
We're
left of
just
centre.
Left of centre. We're not far left. We're not even mid-left, to be fair. We're just left of centre.
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
I think we try. I think we were a little bit further left before you had the far left pushing people towards the right.
Before Trump, we were a little bit.
Further left.
We are not agreeing with Trump, but
No. I'm not. No.
But what I'm saying,
I'm not agreeing with Trump.
What I'm saying is,
anyway,
we
get back to free speech. What I was saying.
yes.
The people who complain at the minute about free speech are very much far right.
Yes.
That's the point I'm making.
Oh,
Now,
I don't know if the far
I'm
right.
all for free speech, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the problem you've got is where does
line.
it stop?
The fine line.
Because free speech enables you to say anything about anyone or anything. I'm not for hurting people's feelings. I'm not for bad-mouthing people. Yeah, as long as you can have a debate and you know what you're talking about and you can intelligently approach the topic, then that's fine. That's free speech. Not when you're making hate videos and using it as propaganda and trying to make people laugh through it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand comedy, and me and you do it quite a bit. Yeah, there's a line,
Yeah.
and we take the piss, and people know when we take the piss. But some people take it too far. And this guy on YouTube I've never heard of, and I'm going to I can't look in because I'm guessing all his videos have been taken down.
No, probably they've been re-uploaded by some other.
I think this guy probably pushes the button a little bit too hard and too often.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. There's a difference between, all I'm saying is a difference between free speech and then intimidating people and getting people down and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's my point.
Interesting. What I'm saying is, nah, he's pretty indefensible in what he says, but I'm under the 2 seconds. And we're back. The point I'm getting at is what he's saying real, or is it what he's created like some sort of
Right, so the
idiot?
So the point I'll make is,
Yeah,
if we say something on air,
yeah,
it can't be taken back.
yeah.
And it's real.
Right. So what you're
So people can take what they now, like I said before, we do like we fun about a little bit. We take the mick a little bit,
Yeah.
but what we say could be used against us because we've said it. Now you've got to understand that we're taking the mick.
I think it's different cases because context is important. But the stuff this guy said, I think he made reference to like Sandy Hook and stuff like that,
See what
and
I mean?
that's just not good. I guess
That's not good.
So nah, maybe it is right. I don't know.
Anyway, so always saying people worth looking into because it may have implications on podcasts, on people who upload stuff onto YouTube.
This is what
the
people.
internet.
I think this is what people are scared of. If it begins at him, where does it end? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If someone disagrees with what you're saying later on in life, maybe we might be kicked
Are you
off.
talking about like George Orwell 1984 sort of stuff?
Yes.
Where the government is coming in to take certain words out of the dictionary, tell you what you can do and can't do.
Exactly.
That's not right. Like
Beginning of the end.
But I think there's a difference between that
And then
putting
seeing
someone
Hitler
down
is the best.
who's being ridiculous.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, simple as.
Okay. Moving on.
Next one, B.
Yeah.
We've been playing a game
Right.
called Life is
PUBG.
Not Life is Strange.
It's called PlayerUnknown's Battleground.
The
No,
au-
the other
awesome-
one.
The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit.
Right.
And we want to talk about it.
Do we now?
Because for some reason, out of nowhere, it was downloaded onto my Xbox.
Right, it wasn't downloaded on mine.
So I don't know what happened there. I don't know. Maybe I downloaded it. I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe I was absolutely pissed and did it. I don't know.
Right.
Anyway, we started playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk about it a little bit, B?
Funny as out. It deals with domestic abuse.
Was he domestically abused by his dad?
No. Well, yeah, I guess it
Is
depends.
that why he had the bad arm? Or was that because he was fighting?
I don't know.
Anyway, we're just putting out there, people. It's a weird one because we said straight away that we were just taking the piss out of me and B. We were playing through it together,
Yeah.
and we're just taking the piss. Oh my god, what's he saying this for? It's a kid. He's done what he's doing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then
There was like a point.
we fell in love with the game.
I know. There was like a point 70 minutes.
The joke stopped, and
Yeah.
we were like, "This is decent." It was pulling on my heartstrings, especially what I've been through.
So anyway, the entire game is in the was it Life is Strange?
I don't understand this. I don't know what Life is Strange. I don't know what it is.
It is
Many
strange.
old friends from at NTFTT Pod,
Can tell us what
Can
Life
tell
is
us-
Strange is.
or Nick might be able to, because Nick's got a game. He jumps on there as well sometimes.
Right.
Just let us know what Life is Strange is, because we haven't done any research into it. But
I've bought it.
we played Captain Spirit. We will play through that, and honestly, fell in love with the bloody game.
Incredible.
But is the stereotype of the dad a bit bad or not? I don't want to give too much away. We can't non-spoilers because we're telling people to go and play it.
Okay.
All we're going to say is the dad's really weird, and I'm wondering whether you would react like that.
Yeah, probably.
Do you reckon?
If he's been drinking.
Maybe I.
Maybe.
I'm guessing it depends on the type of person you are.
Anyway, it was probably the. I can't remember you playing a single player game recently and just like getting into it.
I haven't. I
Incredible.
haven't. I actually got into it. I'm not a big single player game player. The only game I play is FIFA normally,
Mm-hmm.
but that's like gone by the wayside now.
Mm-hmm.
And Battlegrounds that we absolutely hammer.
Then we were
I
like,
don't know
oh
whether
my
you play
god.
Battlegrounds, by the way, but it's one of the most infuriating and lovable games I've ever played as well.
Yeah.
Does that bring it into our game talk?
Absolutely. Also, John's terrible at PUBG, so there you go.
Yeah, let's stick to the let's stick to the films. Have you seen the new Aquaman trailer?
Yes.
What did you think?
I was quite excited by it. Purely on the basis of
I
how...
love Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
Do you?
A lot of people don't because he looks nothing like Aquaman.
Right, I'm fine with him as
It's
Aquaman.
it's DC again, isn't it?
It's DC, but
DC of like let's make him bulky. Let's give him he is bulky, but let's make him massive. Let's give him tattoos all over his body. Let's give him long hair.
Samoan, basically.
Let's make him the character Drogo. Out of
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Let's make Aquaman Drogo.
Aye.
Perfect. What I'm seeing is James Wan's directing it. Now, James Wan has made a list of films in the horror genre which people like, but I absolutely do not think they're that good. Like I don't hate them.
Why beat?
I just don't understand the praise he
Why are people
gets.
who get doing horror? Right, for me, right,
Right.
I'm going to take a lot of flack here because obviously we don't like horror films.
Yeah.
I'll not watch them, to be fair. I'm scared stiff.
Sorry, there's a difference between not liking them and not watching them.
You're obviously doing a film course at uni,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
With hopes to become a director.
Yes.
For me, I think horror is the schlockiest thing you can do.
Is it?
I think it's just so easy.
Aye.
I think everyone who goes and does that film course with you, what am I going to do? I'm going to do a horror film. That's what I think. I want you to come out and make Lost in Translation. That's what I want you to do, something different.
Right.
Now, again, it's just my opinion,
Mhm.
but like, what's this with people who's done horror films? Let's get them in to do a Marvel film, let's get them in to do a DC film. Do you know what I mean? I don't
How many other horror directors can you
There's
name?
definitely one.
Right.
There's James Wan.
Yeah.
No pun intended, James Wan.
James Wan. Who else? Michael 2.
There's definitely another. Oh no!
Here we go.
Is Todd Phillips doing the new Joker film? Who did The Hangover?
He can't be.
He is. We talked about this on the podcast instead of Martin Scorsese.
He's not.
He is. I'm sure he is.
What with Joaquin Phoenix? Todd
Yes.
Phillips.
I'm sure he did The Hangover, didn't he?
Todd Phillips did The Hangover. He gets sucked off in an elevator
I might have totally got this wrong.
while
by
dressed
the
as
way.
Borat.
Yeah, he did The Hangover. Old school Starsky and Hutch.
He made the updated Star
He's doing the
Savage.
Joker. Todd Phillips is doing the Joker.
This is ridiculous.
I'm out. I'm totally out. By the
Anyway,
way.
to get back to here, horror is easy, yes, but you get a lot of you get a lot of freedom in horror. There can be a fucking Batman, Bat monster coming right at you. You know what I mean?
That. I just.
Is that not just immediately interesting? Everything's on the table.
I think it's a cheap thrill.
All right then.
Right,
Sorry.
What we'll talk about because we digress. Right, Aquaman anyway.
Aquaman. James Wan, yes, I do like his films, but I feel because the state of horror is so bad at the moment with the stuff that gets turned out, like the Bye Bye Man and stuff like that, and Unfriended or whatever, that anything of some sort of quality looks incredible. Right. Now, yes, I think James Wan made the Insidious series.
Not too sure.
He's been in a lot of horror. I know
he's an Annabelle creation.
He did not make Annabelle creation.
I'm sure he did.
Well, that's an embarrassment of a CV there.
I'm getting James Wan up now, beef. Yeah.
Do not say he's made Annabelle creation.
He definitely made Annabelle creation. I know that for a fact. Here he's here. What a legend.
He's a legend, like. Oh, he did the Fast and Furious. Correct.
Which one?
A few of them. 2.
Oh, he did the first one, didn't he?
No way, he didn't.
Yeah. He did Insidious, which is good. Good Insidious, isn't it?
Which one's Insidious? It's got the kid in.
You've seen it.
Bargool. Oh, Insidious is Darth Maul. That's a good film, actually. I'm completely going back on me fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's got one of that had a great scare in.
Saw he did.
Of course he did.
That was a directorial debut as well.
The first Saw.
That's a good film. The first Saw.
The first Saw's a great film. Scary? What?
Insidious,
That's
The Conjuring.
Conjuring's
Chapter 2.
I haven't seen The Conjuring, but The Conjuring's really good. Right, James Wan, I'm sorry, I've double turned you.
Right, okay.
You've made some good films.
He's also directed MacGyver on TV. Have you seen that?
Not with the guy who plays
new guy.
Havoc in X-Men.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Right, okay.
Right, moving on. Anyway, the armour looks kind of cool he wears to fight Ocean Master. Casting's good. Casting seems good for each. The guy who played
The villain looks
Owlman.
fucking ridiculous.
What? Black Manta.
Looks ridiculous.
He looks incredible. I think that's the best part of the film.
I saw the trailer and started laughing.
What? The guy with the big dome on his head.
I was like, what's that all
Now,
about?
if you haven't experienced Black Manta, I exactly know what you're feeling like now. But as a comic book adaptation, that is just bang on.
Bang out the comics.
Bang on. Like, and it looks cool for me. Like, I know he's got a stupid head, but
Does
he's badass.
comic book stuff translate to film well?
I think that has. And that's quite the
Fit
opinion.
through, like, portholes and that?
Am I wrong, by the way? Can people double clarify? Oh, no, it's fine. Actually, I'm not going to go there.
Don't leave people hanging.
No, I can't.
What are you going to say?
Because it might be sensitive topic.
You see a manta ray man is a paedophile. Is that what you're going to say?
No, quite the opposite. Has Black Manta been raped in the comics? Am I right in saying that? That might be part of his origin. I could be wrong.
So there you are, people. Black Manta's origin is that he got raped.
Yes.
Beat the Shazam.
Yeah, moving on. I need clarification on that.
Right, talk about the Shazam trailer, beat. Are you in? Or are you not?
I'm in, big time. It looks like to be having fun. The costume represents the kind of feeling of the film. It's dumb, it's big, it's loud, it's colourful.
Yeah.
There's a perfect metaphor in there. I think great casting in the guy who's in. Who is he? Is he married to Emily Blunt, or is he the guy who turned into James Bond in that little? Is
this a film that's coming out, by the way? Because it looks like a bloody.
Is it Zachary Levi?
I know. It looks like a straight Netflix thing.
It does done it a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I think the casting's good. I like the feel, the tone of the trailer.
I enjoy that they're not taking it too seriously. Like.
Yeah.
A lot of people's kicked off though because Shazam's
like big,
quite a big character,
and they've kind of
made him a joke.
Yeah.
In a minute.
I can understand that feeling.
The whole thing is it's a boy trying to learn to become
a man
and a superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how that one goes. Apparently, Black Manta beat.
Yes.
In one origin, the boy who would become Black Manta grew up in Baltimore, Maryland, and looked to play by the Chesapeake Bay. Throughout his youth, he was kidnapped and forced to work on a ship for an unspecified amount of time, where he was physically abused by his captors.
Okay, right, okay.
So he might not have been raped; he might have just been beaten about.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Or better.
Okay.
Typical. The beat.
He's full of trident there, though. That looks pretty cool.
He's holding a trident
Aye. In that picture I was just had him there.
in real life or like a comic book.
Just in the comic book.
In real, like he's in real life. No, I meant the actor.
Beat. You've been reading. No,
Yeah.
sorry, not reading. Watching.
Yeah.
Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns.
Right.
Can you talk about it without doing spoilers or not? Like,
I'll
what do you,
try.
What do you think of it and tell people it's worth watching because you told me it's worth watching?
It's like so. We've got Now TV somehow.
I paid for. I didn't pay. For
You've paid for the Now TV.
I've activated the 14-day trial
Right. What? 40 days ago.
13 days ago. Reminders on I need to cancel that. Oh, it's going to cost us like £100 for Now
For a
TV.
year. And Now TV, by the way, put it out
You
there.
should owe me. I paid £50 for Amazon for us.
Now TV is awful. Awful.
It's awful.
It's got nothing on.
Right, okay.
But it had the Dark Knight Returns on.
I saw that. I was going to watch it.
I had to watch it. It's in 2 parts.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely the best Batman experience I've had in a while.
So where does it stand as Batman films go?
It's literally maybe number 1. Like, it is the comics, just in motion form. And it's the best characterization of Batman you're going to get. It's like
How old is he though? Because that's putting me off.
65,
Right, okay.
but he's fit.
Right, okay.
And he's like a tank. He's like the Hulk. And it's like the best Batman costume I've ever seen.
Right.
It's like the best portrayal of Batman. Negatives, Superman's in it, right? And his characterization is Frank Miller's opinion on Superman. And Frank Miller obviously loves Batman and obviously very much dislikes Superman.
Really?
And
That's interesting.
He's got a very specific characterization which is completely off the mark.
Right.
It has to happen for the story because that characterization causes certain things to happen in the story.
Is this
But that Superman is
this
not
what-
my
Is this
Superman.
what Batman vs Superman's based on?
Yes, very loosely. As
Right.
in, if a 6-year-old child looked at the entire film of Dark Knight Returns and went, I like that bit, I'm going to take that bit without any of the meaning or
Right,
any of
okay,
the
I get
cleverness. He's just gone, take the photo from it.
Right, okay, I get it.
So he's taken the armour, he's taken the fight.
Right.
But he hasn't taken the reasons why he's wearing the armour, the reasons why the fight is occurring.
Right. So I
Which
need to
are a
watch that.
little-
I'm going to watch that.
Okay.
In fact, download it. Can you
It's-
download stuff off Now TV?
No, definitely not, because Now TV is awful
It is
from my
absolutely awful.
experiences.
It's awful.
It's got Batman on a horse, which is the greatest sight I've ever seen. I understand now. In the second Planet of the Apes film, where that's come from. That's out of the Dark Knight Returns. You know when Caesar's riding that horse.
Beat the bloody rode the horse in the originals. Bloody
No, but
Planet
that
of the Apes.
imagery with the fire and
Charlton
the crowds.
Heston rode a horse.
Yeah, I understand what they're giving it to, but it's the fire. And no, you're exactly right.
There you go.
Right, well done. Anyway,
So it's definitely worth a watch though.
it's if you like Batman, it's like incredible. It's the
Yeah.
perfect characterization of Batman. Watch it.
Got you.
Great Robin. Carrie Kelly is a great Robin. And it's just an interesting look at how the world could have turned out with Batman.
Well,
And it's got some of the best lines I've ever heard come out of, like, it's got like gladiator lines in a Batman film where it's like,
I love a good quote.
alright, here's a quote for you, where it's like, it costs lots of money and even more time. Luckily, I had both. And he cold clocks someone in the head, and it's like the best thing I've ever seen. Anyway,
Hopefully I'll be able to
moving on.
download it and watch it. Let's move on, Beat. Let's hit Mission Impossible up.
Alright, we're moving on to the big mainstay here,
Okay.
which we're going to talk about for the least amount of time.
We need to now on air, Beat, think of a not necessarily top 5.
Not necessarily top 5.
For Mission Impossible.
Fake theories which have been believed Tom Cruise has done. Something like that.
Right, okay.
So Tom Cruise is believed to be a Scientologist. There's one.
But he is a Scientologist? That's
He
not-
definitely is.
Right, okay.
So, I mean, help us out here.
Tom Cruise can fly.
Top 5 films Tom Cruise flies in. What do you mean?
I just said he could fly.
Oh, right.
That's the type of shit that he does.
I understand what you're saying now.
Tom Cruise is a manic depressive,
Yes,
probably.
definitely.
But then isn't everyone?
Top 5 films. Isn't everyone? That's a great joke. Top
certainly
5.
am.
Top 5 films which will continue which shouldn't. So like Top
Right,
Gun,
okay, I like it. Right, so Top Gun, Mission Impossible,
Jerry Maguire 2,
Cocktail 2.
Cocktail 2, Eyes Wide Open.
Is that the one with the mask where they
That's
shank
Eyes Wide
everyone?
Shut, but Eyes Wide Open is the sequel name.
Oh,
He
right,
gets
yeah.
it.
We think it's Pirates of the Caribbean's got to be in there.
Tom Cruise isn't in Pirates of the Caribbean.
I know, but we're just talking about films that...
Would he
get
be like
sequels.
old Jack Sparrow?
No, it doesn't have to be just Tom Cruise.
No, it has to have Tom Cruise in.
We're talking
But he has to he has to make it happen like he's made Top Gun happen.
Live, Die, Repeat 2.
Live, Die, Repeat
definitely gonna
2,
happen.
also known as Live, Die, Repeat,
On a se-
Repeat.
On a separate note, you were right about...
What was I right about?
Man from U.N.C.L.E. being canned.
Was it canned, was it?
That was criminally underrated, by the way. It was
Okay.
a really good film.
Didn't we do an episode on it?
No.
We didn't.
We keep having this argument. We've only done 46 episodes, Peter.
We've only done 46 is a big number.
47, right?
47's a big number.
And you like keep saying,
We've
we've
done
done this film.
episodes.
And I've got to look through the 40 odd films to point here. Like, you keep saying we've done Jurassic Park. We're not doing Jurassic Park till later on
How
because
have we not done Jurassic Park?
we're going to see it in concert
Excellent.
for your
The
birthday.
Czech Republic Orchestra.
Exactly.
Incredible.
Right, okay. Was that the not necessarily top 5 that we've just bumbled
I don't
through
know.
on air?
Top Gun 2, Eyes Wide Open.
Here's the one for you. What sequels do you want to see?
From Tom
Cruise
Cruise films.
I'd be in for Cocktail 2, but when he's like an alcoholic, down on his luck,
Yeah,
in a lot of bar fights,
but he's got to make cocktails.
working in like an old American pub,
Right.
and he needs to try and get back to like
No, he's one for you.
a DJ, a nightclub, swinging cocktails around.
Right, he's created a drinks company, and he's just sitting in his office watching the beers be made on the
Yeah.
line by robot arms, and he's like, it used to be great in my
Can
day.
I
I
put a
used to have
slight
to make
disclaimer
it.
in there, in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
beat?
yeah,
If you want to know shit about like sequels that may or may never happen,
yeah.
go and check out Beyond the Go and check out Beyond the Box Set.
Right. Clues in the name.
Very intelligent podcast. They started. I think they started just before when we did.
Right.
And two great lads who do it. And what they do is they take films and try and come up with a sequel for it.
So imagine if
And
we.
it's very, very thought out and much more intelligent what our
Oh,
podcast
much
is.
like they actually plan things out. They dedicate time. They don't play PUBG. They actually put in the man hours.
Put in the man hours. What was that what going like?
I don't know.
Right, okay. Next one, I'll say Cocktail 2. You've picked another Tom Cruise one.
I'm gonna Eyes Wide Open just for the crack.
Eyes Wide
Because
Open.
Stanley Kubrick would roll in his grave
So
if a sequel got made
what
of that
is the
film.
Eyes Wide Open?
Eyes Wide
script
Open
going
would,
to be?
it would like I don't know.
Because I can't remember Eyes Wide
I
Shut.
can't remember it either, but I remember Sex Cult.
I remember a sex cult. I remember
So
masks.
what
I remember
happens
Nicole
is-
Kidman.
Yes, and what happens is
So what, is this what happens in Eyes Wide Open?
yeah.
Okay.
Tom Cruise shags Nicole Kidman on like a bed of bodies, and the devil comes. Alright, there you go. That was definitely what happened in that film.
Are they wearing masks or not?
No, because this is open, Eyes Wide Open, so you can see everyone.
Right.
Right.
So basically, they've moved to like
You also-
a nudist colony.
You know the Ludovico,
What way?
where it's got where it's got what's it called?
Why are you doing that with your eyes?
The Ludovico machine.
Oh right, like Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange. That's what happens to every one of them. So the eyes wide open.
While they're getting sucked off.
Yeah.
Just fire on a screen.
Yeah. There you
Oh,
go.
but there you go. Are we leaving it there?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Again, go and check out Beyond the Box Set if you want some intelligent
Yeah.
podcasting and sequels.
Yeah.
Beat!
Yeah.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah, it is. So what about this podcast? Way!
Oh, God,
First one of them.
Let's talk about Tom Cruise and his Scientology past. We've done this before we did Mission Impossible, the original film.
Oh, what a film.
What a
What
film
a
that is.
classic.
It's an absolute
Diploma.
It's a classic.
Well done.
Absolute classic.
It's so good.
Is Tom Cruise still a Scientologist?
No.
Are you sure?
Well, it's like...
I thought he was Super Vice Admiral Cruise.
It's like... Can we talk about how he's called Cruise? And like... The entire, like, their rank system's shit-based.
I like that. That's
You know what I mean?
good.
Like, and
I like
I
that.
think that because
There's a
he's
joke-
called
there's a
Cruise...
joke in there.
There is. Cruise control, no, terrible. What I want to see is...
Yeah.
Has he kind of been given the ultimate... Is he like Batman? As in, he's gone, yeah, I'm not Batman. But he really is Batman. Has he told the public that he doesn't like Scientology, but he's secretly a
Tom Cruise
Scientologist?
could probably be Batman.
What do you mean, in real life?
In real life. Not like, obviously, not. He's not tall enough and shit like that.
Okay.
But he's the one for you, beat. Scientology's purported influence on Cruise's relationship. In 2013, Cruise stated that ex-wife Katie Holmes divorced him in part to protect the couple's daughter Surrey from Scientology. He also said that Surrey is no longer a practicing member of the church.
That's worrying.
That is worrying.
Hold on, Cruise said this.
Yeah, he's still a Scientologist. He's still massively into Scientology.
Is he?
Yeah.
Cruisey boy!
Tom Cruise can't quit Scientology despite all it's reportedly cost him. Now, is this talking about... Do you know how much it costs to become a Scientologist? We've talked about this on the podcast before. You've got to buy...
All the books.
Right, so you've got to buy a volume to go up the ranks. So I'm guessing you start from ship boy... and then
First
you
hand.
deck sweeper.
Deck poop, man.
The poop deck.
Poop decker.
Poop decker. And then you go to, like... Lance Corporal.
Not Call of Duty.
All the way up to Super Admiral Akbar Cruise.
Right.
I don't know.
No, Tom Cruise is the top title.
Do you reckon we can find
Like his
the
name.
Scientology order here, dude?
His name is the top title.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
So you go from Super Admiral Ship Commander
to Tom Cruise. So every time we call him Tom Cruise, we're actually saluting him.
I want to see this ranks. Good documentary.
Louis Theroux.
Louis Theroux's one. Weird guy in it though. Like, it's weird. Oh, boom! Here we go. Ooh, I've got the ranks up, B.
You've got the ranks. Hit us with the ranks.
Right. So, what the fuck?
It's almost like we could pad a podcast on Mission Impossible
L. Ron Howard.
by calling all the ranks out on it.
So here are the volumes, right? So you've got to read these books.
Just like university.
Here we go. I've even got the cost of these books. So the first book, which is what is OT? Operating Thetan. So when you're a Scientologist, you're called an operating Thetan.
What the hell does that mean?
So you've got OT1, which costs. First step. The first step you take towards full operating Thetan abilities. Right, so this costs you £2,750
Right.
to get the first book.
The first book.
Second book's £5,000. Third book, £8,000. Operating Thetan drug rundown. The fuck.
John, you're gonna get fucking. You're gonna get like people coming through the windows here.
There's gonna be a knock on the door in 5 minutes. Right, okay. It's all about operating Thetans. I want to find out what
What is the Latin for Thetan and operating?
top 8 levels of Scientology. Let's check this shit out.
Hold on. It's still gone on IMDb to find out about Scientologists.
It's just operating Thetan.
They don't want you to know. Do you think you'd be able to find out? Do you think it'd be that easy?
Here we go. OT8. Hubbard Solo New Era Dianetics for OT's auditing. That's gonna cost you £10,000.
What does it mean?
I've got no idea, mate. So, right, anyway.
What the hell's
fuck
Tom
it.
Cruise then? Superstar Admiral.
I don't know. But they're all in bloody Navy outfits.
What does that mean? I love how they've just gone, we'll take that as a fucking style choice.
Have they done that just because of Top Gun?
Definitely.
No, what's the film where he's in the white Navy outfit?
Pearl Harbor.
No, Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise in a white navy outfit.
You can't handle the truth!
Oh, the Few Good Men.
That's it, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there you
so
go.
they've taken the entirety of their design off the film.
Scientology's based on a
Few Good Men. Nice.
Yes.
And Jack
1,000,000%.
Nicholson is the world, the non-believers. I get it.
Right, okay, there you go. But he's still a Scientologist. Do you like him?
Yes.
I like him a lot. Do you think he's very, very fake?
Yes. He's not. Well,
I've
he's hiding his feelings.
I can imagine him, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to compare him to The Rock, and we've talked about this in the podcast
How can you
before.
compare Tom Cruise to the hard-working, non-Zionist?
Right, the Rock. The Rock's
What's a
legend.
Zionist?
The
A
Rock's
Zionist
legend,
like
to be
a...
fair. I just like how The Rock goes and does interviews in Japan and everywhere and keeps his face on. It looks like he's being natural about it.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise has the most unnatural laugh I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, but when I see The Rock, I know The Rock's tired behind them eyes. I know Tom
Cold, tired
Cruise.
eyes.
Tom Cruise ain't tired. He's got energy to burn.
Right,
Tom Cruise is like hiding stuff behind them eyes. He's like a shark man.
okay. I just love how he does his own stunts, that's all.
Yeah, everyone loves that. It's the perfect con.
Someone told me he was 65, he's only 56, that's fair.
He's 56.
He's 56, aren't he?
You told me he was 65. I was like, what are you
It
talking
wasn't one of
about?
our friends who said he was 65.
That's crazy.
Oh, nah. Right. Going into the film then, Pete.
You know what I'm trying to work out? He's 56 in this film.
Mm-hmm.
But he looks really young in the third film. And that was only in 2004.
Maybe he's found out how to
Age.
reverse aging through Scientology.
Crazy. He looks really young, but
If
now,
you would
I think he's
reverse-
quite old.
If you could reverse aging, would you be a Scientologist? Reverse agent?
What does that mean, man?
What the hell did I say there?
If you could be...
Reverse age.
Yes.
Would you be a Scientologist?
Yes.
And would you?
No. Why would I be a Scientologist?
Because that's the only way to reverse age.
I'm fine. I'm like 23.
Would say that who's a clone.
What, do I need to reverse age and go back to being a teenager?
I'm going great at the minute, like.
True, like, but there's, hair dye. I mean, that's a bit
Right.
easier than becoming a Scientologist.
Come on then, let's talk about the film.
The film starts with
Can we talk about the start?
yes,
Very slow.
slow beginning.
Normally you hide straight into it when it's Mission Impossible.
You are. What is the beginning again? The
Told
bomb deal?
I told you we should have done this straight away.
I know.
He's in Belfast, isn't he?
Belfast?
he's in Belfast in a room by himself, and he gets to knock the door, and he gets there.
Oh yeah.
And the start of the film is basically
It is a slow beginning.
the start of the film sets up the film.
Yeah. What a film should
Tells
do.
you about the 3 bombs. and
What
all
exactly what a film should do.
that. Well, is it?
Can I explain a problem?
Do you do that?
Can
in
I
the first
talk
10
about
minutes?
problem?
Can you?
Can I
not-
talk about problem? There seems to be, you know how the first 10 minutes is
How good was
introductory
the first-
exposition.
How good was the first 10 minutes of Rogue Nation?
I know.
You know when he's on the plane and
And
that?
that's why I feel a little different about this. Now, right, I'm going to tell you something.
It was a very slow start.
The first 10 minutes has loads of
Spoilers
introductory
for out, by the way, people.
exposition in, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I felt like I got exposition throughout the entire fucking film.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is what's going to happen. The nuke is here. We need to go and get... Oh,
There
the
was a
nuke.
lot of exposition. in
Wasn't
this.
there?
Yeah, a lot.
Rather than showing us. Now, in the first film, was the last film the Prison Break?
The last film was the.
Rogue Nation? It was the Opera House?
Mm-hmm.
Was it?
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
Was it not?
What was it? What the hell was it?
I just remember the plane scene.
The plane?
Yeah.
That's the opening he gets on the plane?
Yeah.
That's incredible!
And you see Simon Pegg come up out of the grass in the ghillie suit.
Yes.
Unreal.
And the only exposition you get is that he needs to be on board that plane.
And,
And it's important if he doesn't...
and all it is, it's basically just a separate mission to get that the box or the bomb off the plane.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Unbelievable.
I would have liked to see that in this film.
I would have as well.
And then cut to him just back in his own home.
Now,
so
I'm guessing what they're trying to do is establish a different tone. This is a different feeling. He wants it to feel like a different thing.
He said that. He said every Mission Impossible's got a different director, and this director came back for this one.
Right, Chris McQuarrie? Or...
Yes, I think it is, Pete.
The problem I have with that is, the reason I go to see these films is because of that tone.
Right.
Because of that fun, that action. No, I shouldn't get onto it.
Christopher McQuarrie did Rogue Nation.
Related to Ralph McQuarrie or not?
I don't know.
No.
And then he did this as well. Right?
Right.
I'm sorry, I was on the iPad sorting it.
Excellent.
Right.
Anyway,
Right, what we're saying again.
slower start than previous ones. Probably his negative point. Moving on. The action begins. They go to make a deal to trade over these nukes.
Mm-hmm.
And Ving Rhames gets captured.
And he can't pull the trigger.
So, I guess that sets up the whole thing of the film is, would you save your friends over millions?
And he's not meant to, is he? His job, he can't really have friends and that shit.
No, not really. But Ving Rhames is a legend.
Ving Rhames is a legend.
How many ones has Ving Rhames been in? Ving Rhames been all the money.
I think he's been in all of them. I'm not too sure.
Is he in the
Why does
first
he
one?
not get that many acting jobs? Do you
Ving
think
Rhames?
Do you think he just can't be bothered?
I think Ving Rhames is like living a happy life.
Right.
He's very much made his money.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I love the Mission Impossible franchise, so I'll come back and do that.
That's fair enough.
Like, how does nobody pick up Ving Rhames more often?
Do you want to talk about each action scene here? Like, if we can go through them.
Right, so
So you've got that one, that fight. Is an action scene?
where he
No,
shoots
not
Ving
really.
Rhames in the chest 3 times.
Yeah.
Then there's the scene where they've got the weird doctor who these... What they're called?
That was cool.
What they're called?
But that was cool, but everyone... the apostles. Everyone knew that was going to happen with the Doctor.
Yes.
So basically, Peter, what happens hopefully you've seen the film. He's abducted. They've got a fake TV on and a news reporter saying, "Oh, the world's been nuked." Da, 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 da. And he's buzzing in his bed, and then the walls drop down. It's all fake.
We all saw that coming.
Everyone saw that coming.
Does it make it any worse?
No, it was good. Then you look at each other and was like, "Yes, this
Yes.
is good." Other action scenes. I'm trying to think.
Entering
I like
the
the bike
party
chase.
to get the... He's the... Right, we'll talk about that later
We're
on.
going to come back.
Entering the party?
Right, so he bumps into Henry Cavill.
Yes.
Who, right? Henry Cavill in this. What do you think?
Odd? Like, odd character-wise?
I thought he was very, very odd.
What were they trying to
He seemed a
establish?
bit wooden.
What were they trying to establish when he gets hit by lightning? You know what I mean?
I thought that was going to be like a doll, and he was going to just like, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I thought like he was just going to be saving a doll, and like Henry Cavill was just going to come down and just like. I know.
That would be unbelievable.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought was going to happen all the way through.
That would be really...
But
Like,
really-
why would you do that?
He did go fucking with jumping in the lightning, get struck by lightning, and he dies.
I don't understand what the idea of that is.
Can we
What
talk
they're
about
trying to say.
how he actually did the halo jump though?
He did the halo jump, did he?
Why, aye? You've not seen the videos?
No.
Mate, he did about 150 halo jumps before filming that.
See, this is
He
the
did
problem.
the halo jump with someone with a camera. He did it.
This is the problem.
Obviously not through lightning. That all
Yeah.
got put in. It was just a normal halo jump.
Yeah, see? This is the problem with Tom Cruise. He sometimes does stunts which are that ridiculous. When filmed, they don't look real. Do you know what I mean?
I would tell you could tell when he was like coming down. You would actually
Right.
tell the shock on his face.
Yeah. Incredible.
But you've got to give him props for even doing that. That's just ridiculous. Like Tom Cruise is everyone's like favorite person, but
Does that not make you worry that someone would do something like that?
I look at some of the stuff and I'm like, if you come off, you're dead.
Yeah.
It's like the bike.
The plane on the last film. He's hooked. He's got contact lenses in his eyes, so he can open his eye.
Aye.
Incredible.
So obviously we talk about Henry Cavill and the jump, and then they're going to like a nightclub
Yes.
and they're fighting.
They need to find a broker who secures deals between buying nuclear weapons and selling them.
Yeah.
She doesn't have any sort of moral code, but is then scared by... Now, if you were... Right. Here's a point for you, right?
Yeah.
Tom Cruise kills... Or, sorry, Isla Fisher, whatever her name
Yes,
is,
yeah.
kills the main guy they need to set up the deal. So Tom Cruise takes on that persona, and this lass who brokers deals between Nazis and fucking nuclear weapons
Anyone really.
has a sphere, a moral implication of this guy who's like the scary. What's his name? Locke.
Solomon Lane.
No, not Lane. The guy who Henry Cavill works for.
Oh fucking hell. He doesn't work. Oh,
Walker works for him, or pretends to be him. Locke.
whatever it is.
She's not. She's scared of him, but she's like an awful person. Surely, if you shake hands with the devil, that makes you
Why?
as bad as the devil.
What was the crap about all these assassins coming in and like people?
I don't know.
Is it alright to knife people in a fucking club? Like, is it?
What do you mean?
They're just fighting. Just
Your thing is, would you be looking out for that? And would you be...
there's people all over them. They're like shooting guns and knifing people. There's no police on scene.
I don't understand.
I thought it was a bit weird. I know. I think this film contained a lot of plot holes. Like,
A big point I was going to make is... Anyway, we're skipping a bit here. Like, when you get on the bike chase scene... It's like the worst chase scene I've ever seen.
Did you not enjoy it?
Not at all. Did you enjoy
I
it?
thought it was alright. Because I knew it was him on the bike in certain bits.
It's him on the bike throughout the entirety of it, but all I can see is
He loves...
two cars. I can see...
What happens... He came out and said, like, the only thing that worries us are the bike chases and the bike scenes. Because if I come off there, I'm knackered. He's not wearing a helmet.
True. What I can see is Tom Cruise, the car that's chasing Tom Cruise, and then 50,000 CGI replications of...
Yeah.
it's an empty road. That's all I
Do you
see. And Tom Cruise is weaving left and right on an empty road, and they just fill it in post-production.
Well, still
And
not-
it
still not
just
some
loses...
pace, like.
Yeah, but it loses all tension for us.
Do you think he actually came off the bike as well?
No, it's total CGI.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, he probably came off for the first three on wires, and then they cut away, and then made him into CGI Rubber Man when he falls off the bike. I saw that in the advert.
I want to go back to talk about Henry Cavill again.
Henry Cavill.
And his performance.
It was set up that he was going to be the Jeremy Renner. So I like that films play off fan knowledge.
Yes.
Fan knowledge was that
I
Jeremy
thought we were
Renner
gonna-
was meant to take over Tom Cruise. So here we go again. Henry Cavill's going to be taking over Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is 56. He's getting chaperoned. He doesn't know how to attach his little air filter. He's making him learn all the things. He's going to be Mission Impossible man from now on. He's going to be Ethan Hunt too. But they flip that on its head.
Yeah,
But then again, he gets struck by lightning, and he's like an idiot. Is he meant to be an idiot? But then he lands
he's meant to
perfectly.
be like some sort of super spy.
Was that meant to be a joke? I don't understand.
I don't get it.
They've made an action sequence where he has to attach the air filter out of a comedy kind of thing. I don't know.
He made a joke about it as well. I see you lost like your
air
oxygen
tank.
or something
Now
like
that scene's great. Like really tense when he's falling, but like it gets mired down a bit by the tonal shift where he's like, "Oh, I lost my air tank."
What would happen if you got struck by lightning?
You'd probably incinerate your entire
I thought you'd
internal.
just explode.
You don't explode, but it would cook your internal organs.
I don't think there's any coming back from being struck by lightning.
People have survived lightning strikes, like direct lightning
they?
strikes. But what happens is it like goes through your arse.
Oh my
So
god!
it burns your
My
intestines.
mate's dad's a copper, and he told us a story once where there was a guy on a pylon, right?
Yeah,
And he was like dressed in like camouflage gear and had a gun,
yeah.
and he got stuck on the pylon when he was coming down, and the electricity came through and it blew his balls off.
Did he survive?
I think so. I'm not too sure.
It blew his balls off.
Balls and penis, clean off.
Wow, man. Because it has to find the quickest out.
Earth,
Yeah.
So
So he had much good dangling balls. It was because they must have been low to the ground.
It wasn't pretty. Let's put
That's
it that way.
insane, man. But does he deserve a fate like that for climbing up and threatening the lives of many
Let's get back
people?
to Mission Impossible.
Okay, we'll discuss that another time.
I like this Tash. I'm glad that Tashgate happened. I thought he looked cool.
Tashgate.
It's making me debate shaving my beard off and trying to rock a Tash.
I love how you said to me when we left the film, I'm thinking about doing something, can you guess what it is? And I was like, replicate
Three guesses.
replicate Henry Cavill's moustache.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes!
So we'll see. Watch the
Okay.
space, people.
Did you like the fight in the bathroom?
Aye,
It's fine.
that's fine. I enjoyed the fight.
Did you like how they tried to use the face mask every time they could? I love that.
I know it's like.
But it did get a bit tiresome when they're trying to use it for like the 15th
What would you
fucking
prefer?
time.
Seeing him go rogue, or seeing him put a mask on?
He goes rogue and puts a mask on like 7 times in the film.
I know. I like the whole mask thing. I thought the mask scene with Simon Pegg and Solomon Lane was really good.
Yes.
Did you see that coming or not?
Yes.
Did you
A
call
mile away.
Yeah, I was kind of on the cusp of calling it.
Did you believe that...
I didn't think he was going to be a bad guy.
Who? Henry
Henry
Cavill?
Henry Cavill. I thought he was going to be like a double
Yes.
where he's like he's.
Well, he plays off that, doesn't he? He says,
Aye,
I could be just
but
being a
then he's
double
just-
agent.
Then he's just a generic bad guy.
Yeah, he is. In the end, which is quite sad. I think that's a negative of the film, as in what he turned out to be, which was quite one-dimensional in the end.
He was
a
a very-
maniac, you know.
Yeah, just a brute, one-dimensional brute.
In
Villain.
the end, he gets his face burned.
Like Solomon Lane's pretty interesting.
Yeah, he's the slower, more cunning, methodical, rhetoric spouting.
Yes.
Yeah, my favourite.
Where Cavill was like, yes, I'll do this.
But
Be
does you know
careful.
Solomon Lane in the film? Does he have much of an impact? What does he do in the film other than get captured and outsmarted by Tom
because
Cruise
he's the leader of the apostles, isn't he?
No, you think he's one of the apostles.
I
But
thought
what does he do?
He was the leader of the
What
apostles.
does he do? He doesn't actually do anything negative.
He just wants to find Ethan Hunt, doesn't he?
He sets up nuclear bombs, but he gets trounced 5 times. Now, I think Solomon Lane is becoming... He's becoming the fall guy. Like, he's the easy, swept away super... You know, Shocker in Spider-Man?
Yes.
Spider-Man always defeats Shocker, and it's a
Right.
running joke.
Yeah.
I think he's becoming... Solomon Lane's becoming that. I think Solomon Lane has to kill 1 million people to have some gravity back.
I'm just having a look.
He's been denied too many times. Also, I liked how Henry Cavill got his face burned, and I'm like, he's definitely coming back in a second film where he's got a facial scar.
Do you think?
But then they turned it again. He's like, he's dead. He's got a hook on the head.
I didn't mind. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was just always just getting burned. Then when you saw him like with a half, like the two-face.
So what you're saying is you want his mustache, and then you want to majorly disfigure him.
No, I do not want to do that.
Okay.
I'm just having a look and seeing whether there's going to be a sequel. 'Cause
What do you mean? Is there going to be a sequel? It's made loads of money. If it makes money, it makes a sequel. Until it doesn't. How sad is that?
I think it's a good one. I've got notes here as well.
Get your notes up, man.
Right, so I've got Henry Cavill and his Tash. Right. Also, he wants to be James Bond. He said in this film you can see it's given us like a look into being James Bond.
Right. Okay.
And he wants to be the next James Bond. Would you be?
Yeah, he did say that.
Would you be into that or not?
Yeah, definitely. Henry Cavill's. He's got that like.
I think it would be really cool.
He's got that demeanour, if you want to say.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
But I think after seeing Daniel Craig, do we want another brute Bond? Or
Bond.
Can we go back to like a
Slick Bond?
A Tom Hiddleston, where he's got to use more, like a Pierce Brosnan. He's got to use more than just punching people in the face.
Right.
He's got to actually use Q's gadgets. He's got to actually use his intelligence to get out of situations.
The problem is that happened, and then the reinvention of that was Craig. Like he was the new take on Bond, a more physical one. We need a third option. So maybe put him in a wheelchair. Put him in a wheelchair. Or make him change it up again.
So you're pro for a woman Bond,
or we need a third, not just a woman. Like we need like a character, like a new version. You had the cunning Bond.
I've got nothing against
the cunning.
I've got nothing.
Bigot.
I've got nothing against a female James Bond.
It's not the fact that it's determined by your sexual organ.
I don't think you can have James Bond's James Bond.
I think it needs to turn on its head again. I think Craig was a turn on its head from Brosnan. Mm-hmm. I think we need a turn on its head from Craig.
So what you're saying is, Bede, you want a wheelchair-bound Patrick Stewart as the next James Bond?
Yes, like it's not determined by whether it's a man or a woman. Something that's like different.
Right.
Wheelchair's ridiculous. That was just like a joke.
Okay.
But like,
no, because imagine the bloody Q wheelchair you would get.
That would be unbelievable.
That would be unbelievable.
But it would probably cease to be James Bond, wouldn't it? No. I don't know. You need something that's different.
I think James Bond in a wheelchair
is a good idea.
Would be more effective than James Bond without a wheelchair.
I'd agree with that. Because he's got all his utensils.
Yes.
He's probably got cloaking devices in his wheel.
1,000,000%.
Alright, maybe it is a good idea.
There you go. You heard it from us first. A female wheelchair bound James Bond.
Yes.
If it was a female Bond, what would you call her? Janet Bond. Jane
Bond.
Would have to be Jane Bond.
No, it would be Jamie.
No.
Jamie's the female version of James.
Jane. Why? Jane?
Loads of women are called Jamie.
Okay, right. I don't know any girl called Jamie.
Do you not?
Nah.
I do.
Alright, fair enough.
No, I reckon they'd keep it James. They'd keep it James Bond.
Another action
code name. Anyway, moving on.
He learned to fly a helicopter.
Yes.
Which is just ridiculous.
That is crazy.
So when he's in that helicopter, he's actually flying it for a lot of the time.
I love when he dropped the payload and missed.
I
love the human error.
Was that CGI or what?
No, that was real.
Do you think they're meant to miss? Of course they had to.
Yeah, definitely they had to. It's really cool though. I love the moment when I love the moment when Walker realises Hunt's in the other plane. And he's like, what is that? What has happened?
And then he pulls that LMG out and just starts firing.
That is such a good moment. You just raise it with one hand.
I love how the LMG's got tracer bullets on as well.
Every shot, you would never see where the bullets are going. Never. You would just see the puffs of smoke where they hit.
You've got to have tracer bullets.
You know how expensive tracer rounds are?
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And every bullet in the thing is a tracer round. Sorry, actually, there is an idea, because when you're not aiming down sights, you look at the tracer to find where you're shooting.
Did you enjoy Rebecca Ferguson in this?
I like Rebecca Ferguson, but again, I don't understand the character and what she is in it. Is she his romance? It's weird, because she's like his
his
daughter.
Wife moved on.
Yes, understandably, but they're still in
And
love.
he's fell in love with this new lad.
Has he?
Yeah.
I thought she was like the daughter.
No,
mentor.
not it's love interest.
She's
That's everything
too.
Rames was talking to her.
She's
And
too young.
how old's Rebecca Ferguson? She's got to be like 30 odd.
Yeah, but he's 56.
But does he look 56?
No.
He's 9. He's. What the hell's that?
Some hell of a beat going on. I don't know what that is. I think I'm getting a ring. 2 secs.
There's an absolute. Is that you? That was your phone.
I'm back. We're back.
That was your phone.
Yeah.
And it actually made a beat.
Yeah.
How have you done that? Can you change the vibration? To
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Do you think I know how to use phones? Anyway, moving on. Rebecca Ferguson. I like the character. She's interesting, I guess, a little. But I'm a little. Is she the love interest?
I
Is
thought
she
she
his
was good.
daughter?
I thought she was
I don't
good,
know. I feel weird when they kiss. Like, I don't like that. I think that's like a daughter relationship. I don't know why I've got that in my head. Because I guess I held out hope that he was going to get back in the relationship with the lass she was his wife. I am holding out hope now that happens, but it's not gonna, is it?
When did he ditch the wife? Was that in the second one?
I guess in between the third and the.
That was the
she
third one.
comes back in to see him in the fifth, I think, or the fourth. And
What did you think about everyone being there at that site? To be blown
as
up?
an end, maybe a little bit
Far fetched.
not far-fetched, but underwhelming. I like when he's getting hung up.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg. That's.
Do you think they bring back Jeremy Renner, or is that done now?
I wish they brought Jeremy. I was waiting for Jeremy
I
Renner to
love
come
Jeremy
in
Renner.
and just
And save the day.
give one line. Because couldn't he be the new Alec Baldwin, or is the strong black lady
Strong black
the
ladies
new
now, the
Alec Baldwin?
New Alec
All
Baldwin.
right, I
Which
like
is
her
gonna be
by the way.
fun because end of the film she definitely loves what Ethan Hunt does. Start the new film she's going to hate him again.
Of course, he goes rogue
And he's going
again.
to go rogue again.
How many times can you
Do you
go
want to
rogue?
talk? Well, do you want to talk about the final sequence?
What being the nuclear bombs going off?
And the helicopter at the same time. I enjoyed the helicopter crash and stuff like that.
I enjoyed it, but you know when
I thought even though you knew what was going to happen, I was still edge of the seat stuff.
yes,
It was filmed well.
but it's filmed in a way to show you that it's real, and it's got that quite boring over the shoulder left side. Do I remember in the trailer? Does Tom Cruise driving to a fucking van down a country lane in the helicopter?
I don't know. I think you dreamt it.
Might have dreamt that. Might have dreamt that. Anyway, what I'm saying is, you can see it's real, and that's fantastic at times, but it's almost, it doesn't go creative enough. Like, because it's marred in its like realism.
Yeah.
It can't do corkscrews. It can't do like fantastical things. So it's just too.
So you want to see Tom Cruise doing a corkscrew in a helicopter?
Yes, but what that ends up being is I don't think it got creative enough, and it's hard to do.
Why did they need two helicopters?
All that happened was it's got Tom Cruise behind him, and then him in front, and he's shooting a gun at him, and that's it. And he's doing little dodges. I mean,
What about when they crashed the helicopters and on the
that's
fight
interesting, I
scene?
guess.
and the cliffs coming away and stuff like that? I thought it was pretty cool.
That was good, aye. Great location.
Yeah.
Whoever found that fucking hill, unreal. Just a little plateau.
very good.
But
I think you can tell by.
Am I getting tired?
I think you can tell by our reaction of the film.
right, here's the bottom line from
we
us.
were very, very hyped for it. There's explosions, there's car chases, there's bike chases, there's a helicopter chase, there's bad guys.
Yes.
There's people going rogue. There's fake masks.
What's happened is
Why? Why?
The
are we not,
bar.
Like.
the bar has been set so high. You cannot start. You can't keep ramming up. You can't ramp up constantly. It's like, what's the next thing? What does he do? He hung off the side of a plane
Yeah.
and put glass wind contact lenses in his eyes. How do you go upwards from there? A helicopter chase is a step backwards for me.
Right. Okay.
Do you understand? Now that's its biggest problem. Now the film, here's the bottom line from me. I loved the film, right? But is it as interesting as the last two? No. So I'm ranking them. One's my favourite.
Yes.
Purely because I think it's just a classic. And, like, filmed better than the others. It doesn't have to rely
I
on
think
Tom
the
Cruise
first
doing
one's
incredible stunts to be a classic. Although he does still do them. Incredibly tense. Second one, of the newer ones, my favourite is the, you know when he goes on the building?
Ghost Protocol.
Ghost Protocol. That is. It starts brilliantly in the prison. It's got
He
great...
actually does that as well, doesn't he, off the Burj Khalifa?
Aye. It's got that. That's an incredible feat.
And it's got Jeremy Renner in.
It's got Jeremy Renner in. It brought back the gadgets.
He's not having a good time, Jeremy Renner, at the minute, is he?
He just slides into
He
films.
wasn't in the Avengers. He got cut out of that.
Yeah.
He's been cut out of this.
Yeah.
What's going on, like?
He just...
He didn't all do that stupid tag film.
Nah.
What the fuck's that about, like?
I guess he thought it was going to make loads of money.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I guess it
Anyway.
didn't.
And
Final ratings and Pete, what do you think of
I
it?
love this film, right? But I just feel there was quite a large amount of exposition, a large amount of setups for scenarios which were slightly less entertaining than previous ones.
Was there any twists in this, really?
A lot of there were a few twists which
But
I
ones
saw
that-
coming a mile away.
That's the point I'm making. It wasn't an intelligent film.
No,
I don't think it was an intelligent film. I thought it was a fun film to watch.
Yes.
I'm not saying it wasn't a fun film.
but Mard
It
is
was a good- it was a
I keep
good-
saying Mard. I don't know why.
It was a
Bogged.
good action film,
Yes.
but the twists were easy to see,
Some of the set
and we've
pieces.
seen a lot of it before.
A lot of the set pieces were like set up just with words, like "oh, bomb here, you got to do this, blah 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 blah." I know that's what Mission Impossible is, but
I know
in previous films it worked better.
They're trying to set something up with this, like apostles and stuff like that. I think they just need to fucking bin it. Like,
They're also trying to create the MCU. They're trying to create a shared universe with characters which now come from. So Solomon Lane is your Thanos. You understand? Ethan Hunt's
He's
your Captain
dead now?
America. Is he
Isn't he?
dead? Did he
Yeah.
die?
I think so.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, scrap all that shite, make a new director every film, and just give him the reins, and then ramp up the fucking crazy set piece. I don't know where we're going now. Space? Try space, Tom Cruise. Try it.
The only way Mission Impossible will succeed is if he's in space.
Yes,
next
that's
time.
the next one. And then
And he goes and saves all the Avengers.
give us gadgets, give us a fun tone, give us a serious
Wasn't
tone.
that many
at the end.
gadgets in this, was there?
Well, no, there was one, which was the face mask, which they used 17 times. There you go. I don't know.
What you giving it?
I was kind of disappointed by Cavill.
I was
expected
disappointed by
more.
Cavill.
He became
I was-
one-dimensional, I guess.
He was very one-dimensional, and that's what scares me about him being
I-
James Bond.
I don't know if I didn't like that because I expected him to become the good guy under Ethan Hunt's
I think
wing.
he was told to be the guy he was.
Right.
Very monotonous, very strategic, like a hammer. Is a hammer strategic? But that's what was said, wasn't it?
I guess that's that's what was said.
Right, final ratings and beat.
Best part of the film was when Tom Cruise ran for like 5 minutes.
Oh, we didn't mention that.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise running does what he's best at.
Do you see how that wasn't actually more action-packed or intense as the helicopter
And the
fight?
jump-
But that
and the
was
jump when he broke his bloody shins.
but that was more rewarding to watch. Do you feel?
I thought it was great. I was tense when he was running.
Nice.
I enjoyed it. I did enjoy
I also like how they just get him running. Like they know that's like a quality of Tom Cruise.
If you watch him run, he's got the straightest back in the world. He's got the
Absolutely.
greatest technique running I've ever seen.
Unbelievable.
But there you go. Right, what are you giving it, Pete?
I'm giving it. Oh crap! I forgot our rating system. We'll drink.
Shit.
We'll drink to that.
Yeah, go on then. We'll drink to that.
We'll drink to
So
it.
you've got shit. Keanu Reeves acting Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
And
Crass.
Enter the Halls of Crass Halla.
Did you hear, by the way? I'm pretty sure. I'll guarantee you, Idris Elba will be the bad guy in the next film.
Right, you thought it was Idris Elba. I thought it was Rhea Winston. There's a bit of a difference there.
At the start of the film, right? Locke, the guy who's the big bad,
Yeah.
this Thanos, is going to be in the next film. Because I'm pretty sure Henry Cavill was not Locke.
Mm-hmm.
He talks. He's got Ving Rhames held at gunpoint, and he talks to Tom Cruise over the phone. He says, "We're going to destroy you," or something. He thinks it's Rhea Winston. I think it's Idris Elba. And I bet you any money Idris Elba is in the next film, and they cut back to that phone call.
Right, okay.
Okay, mark me words.
Okay, fair enough.
I've made it there. Now, somebody can tell us on YouTube, there's a YouTube channel who's analysed the voice, and it's definitely Idris Elba. But for the time being, I'm ignorant of that information.
Okay.
I'm telling you now.
Right, so I'll drink to that.
I'll
It's
drink to
in
that,
there.
mate.
It's good. Enjoyable action film.
Really enjoyed it.
Go and see it.
But its biggest problem is the previous films that have been made. For me,
Okay.
they've set a benchmark which this hasn't slightly hit, but that's still not bad. The benchmark, if you've got a Lamborghini and you bring me a Dodge Viper,
Yeah.
Dodge Viper's worse than a Lamborghini, but still a Dodge Viper. There's
I
there's
understand,
Beat's
yeah.
analogy.
Right, Pete, we've got some fan questions here.
Thank you.
Nick is in touch, member of Crass.
Yeah.
Says, could the franchise continue on without Tom Cruise? Jeremy Renner's character introduced in MI4 was intended to act as a Cruise Hunt replacement, apparently.
Yes.
So we've discussed this. Would he be in for Mission Impossible without Cruise?
No.
I don't think I would be.
I don't think it can
I don't think
exist.
it can happen, Nick.
I think he sells the film.
Me and you won't see it because he's mentally his own stunts.
Yes.
That's why we won't see it.
Yeah, he's also quite a good actor.
Yeah, he knows how to play Ethan Hunt. He knows how to play the action role.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sure. Henry Cavill. I was thinking I could be in for Henry Cavill, but then
But
they've
after you
obviously-
saw the performance.
But they've binned it. They've binned it, haven't they?
Yeah, they hooked him in the heat.
But you're out, Pete. There's no one. Can you think of anyone you'd like
Who would replace,
to replace Ethan Hunt?
if they made Ving Rhames the main guy,
That would be unreal.
and then like Simon Pegg was the field operative and it became like a quirky comedy? I'm in for that.
Totally changes.
You know what I mean?
Beep, we've got the newest member of Crass Hala here. Orbeep.
Or beat
At
her.
Orbeep GCP. Give him a follow.
How many
people.
times has someone said lost your sheep?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Is this Tom Cruise's last action film? At 56 years of age, how much longer can he keep doing them?
Forever.
If he's going to keep breaking legs and doing shit like that, I can't imagine him keep wanting to do it. But then on the other end of the coin, it's Tom Cruise. He's mental. He probably prays to Scientologists.
Is a
all over the
Scientologist,
world.
right? And we've got no proof of that, so we're exactly right. And he's mental, so he's going to do it forever.
Nick also said, what do you think of the arm reloading scene? Henry Cavill beat.
Oh, the arms reloading! Oh, right. You know what?
What's he doing?
Right, so he said this in an interview that was off the cuff, bottom tish.
Right.
But what really disappointed us, and this actually disappointed me.
Yeah.
I felt negative emotion when I saw this in the film.
Uh-huh.
In the advert, that scene's in an advert,
Right.
and they've added a boom boom when he throws the arms out.
Did they cut that toilet scene to think they were fighting each other?
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did, didn't they?
Absolutely, but
That's what threw me as
I
well.
could have watched it in slow motion and figured out that they were fighting someone else,
Yeah.
but I wanted to keep deep down that was a Hunt Walker face off.
Okay.
Now, in the trailer, like I said before, they've added a sound effect, so when he clocks his arms out, when he reloads the cuffs,
Yes, mate, yeah.
it goes boom boom. And in the film, it's not there. It's pure silence, and it felt like the world was ending. So watch the trailer back.
Can we talk about the soundtrack as well?
Yes.
I thought the soundtrack was really good.
Yeah,
I thought it was really good.
I think
don't
in
know-
Mission Impossible films, like when the silence hits,
don't
when
like-
he's hit by the when he's hit by the lightning, and all of the sound goes away. Let's just say the sound design for these Mission Impossible films, they are the best in the art. The problem is with films, sound design is kept to such a height of quality. Now, if it's slightly bad, like you know what I mean, it's that the bar is that high.
It was an original
It's unbelievable,
soundtrack.
man. Yeah.
And just when the chase scenes and stuff like that. I thought they
Yeah.
were
Just
really
the light Mission Impossible.
Beef's also put a different another question in, Beat. What did you think of the Sunderland result? And when will you be back podding? We're back now, Beat.
We're back podding right now.
We'll be back
Talking
again
to you
in
now.
3 weeks' time.
Yes.
What do you think of the Sunderland result, Beat?
Sun result.
One of our favourite days in a long time being a Sunderland supporter.
Yeah.
It was. You know what? You've got to put out there League One football.
It
And
is
there was
incredible.
There was 30,000 people there.
Yep. 30,000 people.
After what Sunderland supporters have been through,
Watching people.
it makes us proud to be a Sunderland supporter.
And
And I think to win any game in the last minute like that
is
is tremendous.
Yeah.
I think Jack Ross is the hero of the day. I think he put 60-year-old Mumba, Bally Mumba in,
Yeah.
who was tremendous, I thought. And he made the change at half time where he took 09 off and put 2 up front. And that changed the game again, Beat. What do you think?
I'm seeing.
There's not Coleman, Grayson, Moyes would not have made that change at half time. They would have made it at 80 minutes and given 10 minutes to influence the game.
What I'm seeing is What am I saying?
You talking about the Sunderland result and whether you enjoyed it? Because you were rudely checking your phone.
I'm going back to watch next week.
Yeah.
I want to go and see Sunderland play football.
We are going back.
Also, I don't know people on the other side. I don't know the players we've got. There's players I can't name.
Yeah.
That's not the problem. I don't know what I'm talking about, John. I've been distracted. You've said everything I want to say. Barley Mumbo was tremendous.
I think there's a.
He's a 16-year-old
I think
kid.
as a Sunderland supporter now, you've got to realise that we're not playing the Premier League and it's going to be League One football. So there's going to be mistakes. There's going to be poor passes. The players are not going to be of the quality we used to.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as you back them, as long as we keep going, it'll be very, very good to beat Man City's average attendance of 28,000. So let's just keep going.
We actually
and keep enjoying our League One football.
We might have a goalkeeper now who can keep the ball out of the net.
Very impressed with the keeper as well.
We also have Brian Oviedo, who's a Premier League's probably a Championship League.
Changed the game when he came on for me
Who's
as well.
actually a quality left back for League
He'll
One.
be before the end of the transfer
Definitely
window. I don't
not.
think.
And
Is our transfer window open later?
yes, it is. I think.
The Premier League's only till Thursday.
Also,
Today. The Premier League ends today.
one of our strikers, who's not really our main striker, Marja, is off the mark, and any striker who gets a goal, 1-to-1 ratio, it takes the pressure off. He's going to be firing next game, I'm telling you, boys. Also, we have an away kit, which I actually like. Well done. We also have actual owners
Who look like they give a shit.
who look like they give a shit. They're actually man-to-man with the fans.
Yeah.
They're doing things the right way. Now, they're not doing drastic things, but they're doing small little increments.
Stuart Donald will tag you
Well done.
like
Right.
everyone else is tagging you on Twitter.
How many
in
people?
a minute.
Yeah. And go Donald Duck or something.
Thank you for saving the club.
Anyway, now
Even though it's early days.
how many fans have we lost?
And if you fancy coming on and talk about your favourite film, you're more than welcome.
Absolutely.
And get Charlie Mevin as well because he's a legend.
Yeah, and
Head of PR,
and
my favourite guy.
and I can crack this. What's that guy called? Satori.
Santorini.
I can crack the joke. Santori time.
Santorini time.
Santorini time.
Lost in translation, people.
There you go.
Shout out to Raza
Yep.
as well. Was listening to us on a bus trip home.
Thank you.
Episode 39, Infinity War, Crass in America.
What a terrible name, man.
Well, because you never give us a name.
I
I've
can't
always got
think
to
of the name.
come
Can I
up
think
with
of a
myself.
name? Tom Crass. No, we used that already.
Tom Crass.
We've used Tom Crass already, haven't we?
Have we used Tom Crass? If we haven't, that's great. Nah,
It's not even that good.
I don't care. It's going on again.
It's not
going
even
on again.
that. Tom Crass 2, Eyes Wide Open. That's what the title name is.
We also had Bosk. He said it's Sunday evening.
Yes.
I got me a nice cold glass of milk, a jazz woodbine, and some Taunton Crass. Perfect. Love that shit, boss. Keep it going.
Milky.
We've also got a load of shit to give out as well, which I need to do.
What do you mean?
We've got like mugs and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
But we've been on hiatus.
Yeah.
What do you expect us to do?
Jake Collison. Jake, great lad, member of Cross Alla. He says Henry Cavill mustache discuss.
Must discuss it, eh?
Must discuss it.
I guess that John wanted to replicate it straight off the film, so that's a sign of quality.
Right.
Quality, great. Didn't look weird. Expected. The problem is the mustache probably give a better performance than Cavill did.
The mustache has made me want one. There you go. That's the final say on it.
Now I like Cavill, you know. I
think, you know what it is, Pete? I think that every member of Crass Halla should grow a mustache.
I wish I could.
Let's grow mustaches, people.
You know when you drop your food on the floor and you haven't washed your floor?
About you,
Boys.
Razza, Bosk, Bing,
Boys and girls.
Jake, Beep, Nick, everyone.
Can I quickly give a
Let's grow mustaches.
Can I tell you something? If I try to grow a mustache, can I visualise what it looks like?
Yes.
You know when you're eating a sticky food and you haven't washed your floors for a while and you drop it on the floor, but then you pick your food up and you realise it's got loads of little hairs on?
Yeah.
That's what my lip looks like. Shite.
Man.
Can't grow one. I'm obviously a beta male. There you go, alright?
Final shout out, Beat, as well to our cousin, head of PR, Gem.
Yep.
She's put all of our episodes on YouTube if you want to, if you'd rather listen to them on YouTube, if it's easier for you.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just put a hell of a lot of work in. And I just want to thank her for what she's done.
More work than we put into the podcast.
By a mile. It's hard bloody work putting them on YouTube. We've tried before. Remember when you were on 4
We
weeks?
tried drag and drop audio clip into here.
It just did not work.
Didn't work.
did not
You
work.
lied to us, YouTube.
So I think that wraps up the episode, Beat. Our next one will probably be Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Or The Dark Knight or Man of Steel.
Or anything, but we're going to try and get it done before
Can we
the
please
week.
put a tweet out and saying we're going to do a film and then not do that film and then put another tweet
What,
out?
and then surprise people like we always do.
Uh-huh.
Hope you've enjoyed, people. Give us a follow on Twitter. That's where we mainly go off. We're also on Facebook. There's uploads of our old stuff goes onto Facebook.
Right.
Jem does that. Follow us on SoundCloud. Also, if you like our stuff, give us a 5-star review on iTunes.
Yep.
It's just a support and it gets us up the ratings, I think.
You could just quote the previous review
Yeah,
and
the
just
beat
post
loved.
that out.
And like I say, just keep supporting us, people. We're not going anywhere. We'll keep rolling these podcasts out as long as you like them.
Definitely.
Pete, it's been a pleasure to be back.
See you next week.
I'm Man the Wasp. I can't wait.
Good grief.
See you later, people.
Bye bye.